All right, let's hope this is working. 32 people here already. Cool. All right, hey, okay, so we are set up completely different tonight. I have my Canon M50 live streaming in my computer, and I did some tests on it yesterday. Man, Outdoor Dad's already telling me it sounds good. Everybody, picture good, sound good, everything good. Just let me know. I am looking at the camera, but I'm also looking down at my laptop to make sure that I can see the comments much better. I can actually scroll back. Thanks, Gary. Hey, Larry, thanks, man. I can scroll back and look at comments that I missed, and this should just work much, much better. The picture quality is much better. The sound quality should be much, much better. Cool. Everybody's coming in now. Great. Hey, all good, all good, all good. Checking in from the O. I'm assuming that you mean Lake Ontario. Nice. Great. Beautiful day out today. Every day is a beautiful day that you're up and walking around. But yeah, beautiful day out today. Obviously, everybody probably knows by now that the governor lifted some of the restrictions on the stay-at-home, stay safe order. People are going out fishing. I've been talking to quite a few people out there who've been out fishing over the last few days. Happy to hear that. Of course, we all know that Michigan, here in Michigan, we're in, we're in still a lockdown until May 15th. And then, thanks, Jason. Sounds great. I appreciate that, buddy. I do. Yeah, we're still locked down in our homes. Many restrictions still on until May 15th. And, she's just doing that so we all stay safe. I get it. There's pros and cons to all of this, and I'm never getting into political things. I'm not doing that. That's not the direction I'm taking here. All I'm saying is I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's safe and happy and doing good. Maybe able to get out and do a little fishing lately. Man, everybody's checking in here. This is so cool. So I can't see. Oh, yeah, I can. We got 48 people here. 7 thumbs up. Appreciate the thumbs up. More thumbs up coming from Aaron Craig, Bill Schneider from Clarence, New York. Welcome to the channel, Bill Schneider from Clarence. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Joe Blanks is here, doing good. First time here, super excited. Been watching your videos all week. Thanks, John Kevich. I appreciate that, man. Clyde Richardson, I like the new microphone. Jace, all the thumbs ups are coming in. And I've said this before. YouTube is big on the thumbs up, so when you guys throw me those, I know that YouTube grabs those, something about the algorithm, how it monitors those things, and it does help the channel. So I appreciate you guys, throwing the thumbs up and everything else. So I'm just getting my tea done. I don't have my normal moo cup. I got moo cup's dirty, so I had to go. The next biggest cup I had is the Christmas giant cup, so that's what I got tonight. So yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Let me get my tea down here so I got something to drink. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Hey, my mom's here, Joan. She's saying sounds good. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. Mike and Matt, more thumbs up. Guys, I really do appreciate that. When you guys do that, it really does help. So, man, that is really cool of you guys to do that. I don't know if my sisters are here or not. Bill Schneider, been watching for some time. Great channel. Thanks, Bill, for watching all that time, man. That really is cool to me. We started this channel off just so small. Just kind of is almost like a hobby kind of thing, and I've just grown to absolutely love doing this. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to Sunday nights now, just hanging out and talking fishing. It's Joe, man, thanks, buddy. Thanks for the channel support, dude. That is so cool. Man, you guys are the absolute best. I swear. Thank you so much, man. That really does help the channel. In fact, let's just beat this out of the way real quick. So I had a couple emails over the week. People just wanting to know how I'm doing, like the giveaways that I do. And so you guys know, if you watched last week, I'm giving away a brand new pair of Coast Slack Tides in a case, green mirror sunglasses. You guys all know that. And if you want to enter that giveaway, all you got to do is follow or support the channel on Patreon, Tangle Tackle Fishing. I'll put a link down below. Or just do a super chat like Joe just did. Any super chats that come in, I'm putting those names into the hat for the drawing on the sunglasses. I don't need to beat that dead horse. I don't want to seem like the guy just sitting here saying, hey, gimme, 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 gimme. I don't want to be that way. But sometimes people do have questions, and I do have to answer them. So please bear with me on those parts. But I do also like to just give away things sometimes. And today was a pretty cool day because I closed on the boat. The boat is now mine. I now own a giant hole in the water that's hopefully going to catch a bunch of fish. Man, just a good day. Good day. Went on the boat, got some things straightened away. me and the old owner. The old owner is a great friend of mine, and I'm happy to be buying such a great boat from such a great guy. And he's fished it for many years successfully in the charters. So thanks, Mark. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody. So a really good day. Terrifying and exciting at the same time. I've always wanted to have my own charter business. Been out there fishing on my own, first mating tournament and for decades. And thanks, guys. My seal trial is coming Friday. I don't know what that is, but cool. Congratulations for Matt, Tim, Jeff. Blue and chrome thin fin. Thin fins are outstanding for this time of year. But anyway, nice, great day for me. Taking the boat. I'm absolutely pumped, Bill, about the new boat. I am absolutely pumped. Beautiful 31 Tierra, 31 Open. Just got to get ready for the season. We got to be able to get in the water. We can't do that yet because of the restrictions. But yeah, so anyway, enough about me, yakking about me. Because I'm in such a great mood and everything else, and because I just like to do this, I'm giving away some flashers tonight, just for nothing. You don't have to super chat. If you want to, it's, of course, appreciated. You don't have to Patreon or support us on Patreon. You don't have to do anything. Just leave a comment down below. That's all you got. I don't care. I don't care if you tell me to go jump off a bridge, as long as it's a comment down below. But opinion on single hook spoons or treble hook ones. Dennis, that's a really good question. Let me get back to that here in just a sec. So I'm giving away these Kingfisher 2 flashers. Well, it's 3 Kingfisher 2s and 1 John King flasher. So these are the big 12-inch. This is one of my favorite ones right here, the black with the white glow. This one I'm not real familiar with, but it's got a blue back with a green and a prism front. One of my favorites, the purple over the white glow. Actually, it's a white UV glow. And then with the, there's a purple back on that one. And then a really good one here, John King's Black Frog. I call it Black Frog. I don't think that's a real name, but that's a really good one right there. So I'm just going to give away those four flashers to anybody that leaves a comment down below. What I'll do is last time I had everybody pick a number and you basically crashed the internet. So we're not going to do that again. Well, all I'm going to do is when this video is over, I have a random comment generator. It's just going to go through and pick a random comment out of all the comments that came in on tonight's fishing report, and then I'll announce the winner either on next week's live video or during the week sometime. Anyway, somebody's going to win 4 really nice flashers tonight. Congratulations, whoever does that. And like I said, that's just my way of saying thanks for being here and supporting the channel and just hanging out. All right. So any questions on that? 71 people here. Really cool. I love that you guys are in the comments just having conversations with each other, because that's really why I wanted to start this whole thing. I mean, I can sit here effectively go jump. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, man. I can sit here and just ramble on about my area and give you all the information here, but you guys are in the comments now talking with each other, sharing information. That's what I wanted this for. That's what I wanted to build this for, to give everyone an outlet to talk with one another. I mean, fishing forums are great, like Great Lakes Fishermen and Michigan Sportsmen. Those are great forums, but you don't get instant feedback on those things. You know, normally you post a comment and then you got to wait and somebody comments back. So this is really cool. All right, so somebody asked about treble hooks versus single hooks on spoons. I'm a treble hook guy. In fact, most of the people I fish with on charter boats, tournament boats, are all treble hook guys around here. I know that there's some of the hooks that come with some of the spoons are not the greatest hooks in the world. Some of them don't even sharpen up very well. But be careful changing out hooks, because you can completely, and I mean completely, change the characteristic of that spoon if you go heavier or lighter on the hooks. John, thanks, man. Thanks for supporting the channel, John. I really appreciate it. Your name goes in the hat for that coasted drum. Really do. Can't talk all of a sudden. Thanks, John. Thank you very much. John Descaro. Thank you, buddy. So yeah, you can really, really change the characteristics of a spoon by going heavier or lighter on the hook. So just be cognizant of that. The Dreamweaver hooks that come with the spoons, they're not the sharpest right out of the package. They're VMC hooks, but they don't come the sharpest right out of the package. But I have found that they really do sharpen up well. Any idea where we can get the 4X Spark? Yeah, the Spark Point trebles are getting harder and harder to find. And those, for many years now, Those have been my go-to hooks. So the VMC Spark Points, the 4X Strong. Absolutely scary sharp coming out of the package, and they stay sharp for a long, long time. But they're getting, I don't know why VMC discontinued them. I don't understand it. I don't have anybody to ask, but they have discontinued them, and they're getting really difficult to find. Luckily, I got a little stockpile. I got a couple dozen left over, and I'm going to hoard them and hang on to them as long as I can. Yeah. So anyway, single point versus treble, your choice, but just obviously be advised that be cognizant that you can really change the characteristics of a spoon. All right. Yeah, hopefully, Andy K, hopefully the marinas do open soon and we can go out and catch some fish. Yeah, a lot of guys are going fishing anyway in the small boats, but I can't even put my boat in the water yet at the marina until at least May 15th, and we'll see how that goes. How can Cabela stay open and the little ones stay closed? You know, that's a really good question. And you have to look at what Cabela sells. Is if there's something in Cabela's that is deemed essential, and it can be something as simple as propane, because propane is deemed essential, fuels, food, things like that. The larger stores, if they have those products, they can stay open. And I know that's really, really frustrating for some of the small businesses out there. And I really feel for them, what's going on. But, you know, we do have to think about what's safe, what's keeping us safe and healthy right now. Really good questions, though. What would the second treble hook be if I put one on? That's really a toss-up because there's some really good ones out there. Gamakatsu, Owner, Stinger, those are really good trebles. Gammies are really good hooks. They're strong. They sharpen up well. Owners are the same way. My buddy... My buddy owns Diabolical. I totally just Mark McClutchy. He uses owner hooks on all of the meat rigs that he produces, and those things are really nice and sharp coming out of the package. So yeah, gammies or owners or stingers are really good hooks as well. All right. So anyway, this is a fishing report. Let's talk about fishing here real quick. A lot of you guys and gals on here are already doing that. Ludington has a meeting tomorrow to decide which marinas will be opening. Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that. All right, so fishing around here has been good. A lot of guys going out on Lake Michigan chasing browns, and they can't keep the darn Lakers off the lures long enough to even catch a brown. So if you're going after Lakers right now, it is fantastic. I just talked to a buddy of mine up in Frankfurt that went out, and they were just catching big slab Lakers, nice healthy fish, and all they're doing is he was running a little deeper. He's running out to about 50 foot of water. This time of the year, I like sitting on about the second sandbar, which is closer to 20 to 30 foot of water. And my inside boards, you know, the beachside boards, I actually have those way up in the shallow waters. And then my outside boards are going out into a little bit of deeper water. And I just zig and zag through the sandbars as I'm doing that. What I like to use this time of the year, and a lot of guys are using, are just regular floating Rapalas. The Brad thin fins I saw somebody put on here. Hottentots will work. Shad Raps will work, but remember some of those are diving, so be careful because you don't want to be ramming your lures down to the bottom. If you're looking for browns are incredibly spooky fish, and if you put a lot of commotion in the water, the browns are out of there like that. But lake trout love that stuff, and if you want to go out there and just nail some lake trout right now, go out there and just run a couple boards off a side or 3 boards off a side. Just stay on the sandbars or even work out a little bit deeper, and you're going to find them. One of my favorite spoons, in fact, my fishing partner and I, Jim and I, were just talking about this. My favorite spoons is the Dreamweaver Super Slim Buffalo Bill. It's got a really bright green front, but on the back, it's a bright orange. And those lake trout just destroy that thing. So, oh, my daughter's calling me. Hold on 1 sec. Hey, hon. Hey, I'm on YouTube right now. Can I call you back? Thanks, honey. Love you. See ya. All right, cool. All right, I talked to Jeff Thomas down in, I think he was fishing down in, where did he say? In fact, I can tell you the answer right now. Jeff is a guy who's been on the channel for a while. He's a great supporter of the channel. He gives me fishing reports all the time. Thanks, Dan. Dan Hammock, like the show. Great job, Chris. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jeff Thomas has been fishing down in St. Joe. Got a couple kings the other day. One is a really nice king. He got a really nice king. 6 Lakers and 1 coho. So I know the coho and the kings are starting to show up down in the southern ports. And right now, even if I was just chasing the kings, I'd probably running about the same program that I just talked about for the lake trout and the browns. Sometimes you got to push out a little bit deeper to get those kings, but typically you're going to find a few straggler kings up in those shallows this time of year. Look for the warmer water. Look for the slightly warmer water. Like I was talking to my friend who fished Manistee. We're still looking at high 30s, just creeping into 40-degree water. You find a little bit warmer water temps anywhere through there, that's the spot you're going to want to find. You'll find those fish in those little warm pockets. That's what you want to look at. Anyway, so yeah, Great Lakes fishing is pretty good. If you like lake trout, it's time to go. I love lake trout. I love them on the grill, on smoker. Inland waterways, I haven't talked to a whole lot of people on that lately. River fishing, I haven't talked to a whole lot of people on that either. So I really don't have a lot of information for you. I have seen quite a few guys out surf fishing as I'm driving around, and I haven't been able to stop and talk with anyone. But with as many people as I'm seeing out there, I have to think that the surf fishing and the pier fishing is probably doing pretty good. So that's about it on the fishing report. Good news, bad news kind of thing. Guys are getting out. Guys are catching fish. Unfortunately, the bigger boats can't get in the water yet. We're still waiting on that, but we'll get there. We'll get there, everybody. All right. Cool. What do we got here? We got 83 people. What's the limit per person on lake trout? You got 3 trout per person on the Lakers, unless you're up in Traverse City, and they have a whole different set of restrictions up there. If I remember right, Traverse City Bays is one fish. Jeff Thomas, there we go. The guy I was just talking about, 30, 35 foot of water, found 49-degree water in spots. That's exactly, yeah. Thanks, Jeff Russell. Grand Traverse is down to 1. That's what I thought. You guys are at a 1 fish limit. All right, cool. All right, so we get through the fishing report normally here. We are 17 minutes into this thing. Don't forget, anybody leaves if you're just getting in here, guys, I'm giving away some free flashers tonight. If you're just getting in here, I'm giving away these 4 Kingfisher 2 flashers, 1 John King, and 4 Kingfisher 2s. All you got to do is leave a comment. You don't have to super chat. You don't have to follow or support us on Patreon. You don't have to do any of those things. Just leave a comment. And I have a question. If I blew up a homeless shelter, can I go to jail for that? Yeah, I'd say so. I would, yeah. I don't know where the heck that's even coming from. All right. Yeah, that is a big mug. That is my Christmas mug. I normally use it for soups, but my other mug was dirty. I just got to get a fishing mug. I'll buy a fishing mug, and I'll have that down here. Slide divers or regular divers? Tim, good question. It depends on what you're doing and how you're fishing. Slide divers for me, the best application for slide divers is when I get in the shallow waters, because you want to be more stealthy in the shallow waters. So if I'm pierhead fishing or if I'm out brown fishing like I would be right now, or lake trout in those shallow waters, with the slide divers, you can get your your lures way back away from the diver. Gives it a much more stealthy approach. Where when you're out in the deeper water for the regular divers, I run 18-foot leads on my regular divers anyway, but you can get away with a little less stealth when you're out in that deeper water. The kings are much more aggressive fish anyway. So real good question. For me, slide divers are in the shallows. Pierheads, regular divers when I get out deeper. Good question though, man. Thank you. I have to tell my wife. I didn't know. Okay, I don't, PlayStation. I don't know where you're coming from on that, but all right. All right. So if you guys got any questions, throw them out there. How long of a leader do you use for dipsies? 18 feet. So, and it's not exact. And I talk about this all the time. I don't like overthinking things. I don't like thinking myself into the ground, because if I start overthinking things, then I'm missing way too much. So for me, I'm 6 foot tall. When I do my dipsy diver leads, my wingspan is about 6 feet. So it's just 3 pulls, and that's my leads for my dipsies, right around 18 feet. Good question though. Real good question. Slide diver leads, I'll get them back there as far as I can for slide divers. Good question though, Mike. All right. So if you guys got more questions, throw them out there. If you just want to talk amongst yourselves, have at it at that. I could sit here and drink my tea. Earl Purcell, Chris, congratulations on the law degree. Earl, I don't have one, but thanks anyway, buddy. Have you ever fished a full moon bite? Yeah, I have. I assume you're talking middle of the night full moon bite. Yeah, we've gone out and fished in the full moon, and honestly, we didn't do that great. We caught a few fish, but it wasn't that great. And I know there's people out there that have that more down to a science than I do, but yeah, I've done it. What brand for swivels? Dreamweavers. That's what I use. Dreamweavers. And you honestly, you could spend the money on the Sampos. You could spend the money on the expensive swivels, but honestly, I've never had a problem with Dreamweavers, and they are a fraction of the price of the high-priced ones. When you're spooling, Mike F., when you're spooling your downrigger reels, what do you use, Chris? So that's a question that we've had on here a few times. And if you've heard the story, I'm sorry, I'll tell it again real quick. So our downrigger bite on Jim's boat just went, and we couldn't figure out why. We were just not getting fish on riggers. So I did a quick voltage test to see if we were putting anything out in the water voltage wise, and we were. So we switched over to braid. Excuse me. We switched over to 250-pound Power Pro braid, and I'm not saying that did it. I'm not saying it didn't do it, but it seemed like the next trip out, our downriggers were all of a sudden taking fish again. So we went to braid. You know, when I got the new riggers on my boat, that's probably what I'm going to do as well. Braid for a dipsy diver, or can I use something else? Yeah, Norton, braid's fine for a dipsy. I would rather go with wire, the 30-pound blood run. That's my choice. But braid will work. You just want to stay away from mono because mono has such stretch. And when that fish hooks up and you're trying to trip that dipsy, that mono will just keep stretching on you. And most times, I won't say most times, but many times your dipsy's not going to trip and you're just going to have a hassle. So braid, but I would move to wire if you have that option. Good questions. Oh, what else we got? Today was such a beautiful day, Amanda. Yes, it was, minus the 5-foot waves. Yeah, my wife and I drove by the beach, and it was pounding out there for sure. Can you explain more about how you were putting current out? Yeah, I'm not an electrician, so I'm not going to be able to tell you. It's way above my pay grade. But essentially, the boat puts out current in one way, shape, or form. And that current's going to find a way to go to ground. By going to ground, it's going to go to the water. So if that current's traveling out your downriggers, if it's somehow getting into your downriggers and going down on your downrigger steel cables, your steel wire, you're going to get current coming off those steel wires. And I've read many, many things and talked to many, many people on this. Out in the Pacific Northwest, that's actually something they desire. They want that current. They actually sell a black box that does that. But around here, I found that the less current we're putting out, the better for us. So that's why we switched to the Power Pro. Good question. Dipsy rod recommendation from Clyde Richardson. Dipsy rod, what we went to last year, and Akuma really changed their game on Great Lakes stuff. They came out and they talked to a bunch of fishermen, a bunch of shop owners, charter guys, tournament guys, and asked all of us, what did we want in a rod? And we told them, most of the people were told them, we're getting away from the rollers. We're getting away from the ultra stiff rods. So Akuma came out with something called a Convector Pro Rod. They come in 9-foot and 10-foot sizes. And they're stainless steel guides, and they come equipped with a twilly tip on the end. And if you don't know what a twilly tip is, it's basically a spring that the wire runs through, so it's not gouging into that final eyelet. And guys, I fished those things for the last year. That's all we had on a couple of the charters I ran, and on Jim's boat. Dude, those rods are nice, long, limber rods, but at the same time, they got really good spine to them. Handle fish and dipsies really well. So I would recommend the Convector Pros. I think they're $99. Yeah, Joe Blanks, I know you bought one. I think they're $99 a piece in our shop here, and really about anywhere. That's about the common price. Good question. We'll get another phone call. I have to call that guy back. All right. What else you guys got? If you got anything, I'm here. Otherwise, hey, we're 25 minutes or so into this thing, 84 people. I can always answer questions, or we can get going. You can test a voltage meter and current line. Yeah, in fact, here's my voltage meter right here. And basically all I was just putting it on ground and then putting it by the downrigger wire, and I was seeing what kind of output I had as far as voltage going into the water. Easy to do. Easy to do. Is Shop Tangle Tackle opening up soon? No. Well, not for at least a couple of weeks, because of the stay-at-home order right now here in Michigan. We got at least till May 15th to go on that. Do you run 1 or 2 trolling bags? On Jim's boat, we run 2 because Jim's is a single screw boat, single engine. So it's just pulling straight forward through the water. Now, on a lot of the charter boats, they'll run just 1 bag. So if you're running the starboard side motor, you're going to run that bag on that side because that starboard side motor is going to want to turn you to port. So if you run that bag on that same side, it's going to keep that that drift happening so much to port. Good question. Okuma rods and reels rock. I use the muskie fishing and salmon fishing. They keep on going. Yeah, Blue Line Guide Service, you are spot on, buddy. Have you ever tried the Blood Run 32-pound copper? John, I have. And it is somewhat more user-friendly than the 45-pound Blood Run. You can get more backing on because it's a smaller diameter. But I found, and this is just my opinion, I have found that I've gotten greater depths and more consistent fishing with the 45-pound. And again, that's just my opinion. But most of the boats that I fished on Jim's boat, that's what we're running. We're running the 45-pound. Good question, though, man. Running 1 bag on a twin unless it's really moving. Yeah, Tim, you're spot on, man. What's your typical program for kings in the spring? Sarah, I talked about it a little bit earlier. I really like sticking up in the shallows, spoons, body baits, 2 or 3 boards out of side. You could run downriggers also if you want us to go down, skim the bottom a little bit, stir up the silt somewhat. But I keep it pretty shallow, 25 out to about 50 foot of water. And I just keep zigging and zagging in and out of those areas. And I look for those warm pockets like I talked about. Find that little bit warmer water. There's a good chance you're going to find some nice fish sitting inside there. What length copper setups do you have on the boat? The better question is, Andy Glass, what don't we have on the boat, man? 100s all the way up to 450s and about everything in between. We don't go much farther than the 450 coppers. I know some guys out there that run 600 coppers, and that is just crazy long. If that's your thing, cool. I'm all about it, but we just don't go much more than 450 on our coppers. Hey, Jeff Spear. No worry, man. You're late. No big deal. We're still here. How far forward do you run the bag? We tie it off on the mid cleat, right in the midsection of the boat, and it drifts back to just about the stern of the boat, maybe a little bit past the stern. So that's where our drift bags sit at. Have you switched to all copper, or do you run lead core still also? Mike Kaz, yeah, that's a good question, man. No, we have a mix because there is days when copper outfishes lead core and vice versa. I try, and this doesn't always happen. Sometimes it gets mixed up. But if I can run all copper on one side and all lead core on the other side and let the fish tell me what they like, I might end up all lead core or I might end up all copper. That's a real good question, though. Lead core is just a different animal, man. Lead core has a whip to it when it's going through the water. It just has a different action than what copper has. And it doesn't matter if you put a super long lead on your coppers. Lead core still has that super, it's just different. And some days that's what the fish want. So, yeah, good question, though. I was going to get 75, 125, 170. Yeah. Andy, yeah, that's great lengths right there for your coppers. That'll do you just fine. A 225 copper, I love 225 coppers. There's something about a 225. I've caught tons of fish on them over the years. I love those. Mark McConney, hey, man, from the UP. Late to the party. No worries, man. Getting boat number 2 ready for the year. Good to hear it, Mark. Good to see you too, buddy. Do you think diver color is a factor? John, that's another common question, and it's another area where I think people can just overthink things. And guys, gals, this is, again, just my opinion. If you disagree or you know people that do it different ways, hey, that's fine. Whatever works for you. I'm all about confidence in your fishing. If you're confident out there, that's already you're doing great right out of the starting gate. But diver color for me is I just run all black divers. And that's why I have for a long, long, long time. And it works. And if it's not broke, I ain't going to fix it. So that's my thoughts in a nutshell. I saw a video put out by Vision Quest Sport Fishing. I believe they're out of Lake Ontario, and they talked about diver color and what they think about it. It was interesting. It really was. But it's just one more thing where I think you can just get your brain spinning around in a circle, and you might be missing other major factors that are contributing to or not catching fish. Hope that makes sense to you. Yeah. Yeah, I like the blacks, man. What rig releases are you using? Blacks. just like I just said. Blacks. Well, actually, take that back. Rigger releases, they're called dead set releases by Dreamweaver. They don't have them on the website yet. They hand make them in the shop, but they're a bungee cord on top, a Black's release in the middle, and a bungee cord on the bottom. That's what I love, and that's what we've been using on the boat for many years. I've talked to a bunch of other people and use them as well, and we couldn't keep them on the shelf last year in the shop. They're flying out the door. All right, what else you guys got? I actually got chicken on the smoker right now, but it's just sitting out there just going nice, low, and slow, so I got plenty of time. I can sit here all night, or we can get out of here. I don't know if we got a lag going on, because I get a bunch of comments come flying in, and then it shuts down. I know we got 97 people here. That's outstanding. I'm switching from offshore releases to Blacks this year. Yeah, I really like them. I really do like them. They're nice. All right, so don't forget, anybody that leaves a comment, you're in the drawing for these splashers. I will pick a comment, a random comment. And Chamberlain releases, nothing wrong with those, Sean. Yep, nothing wrong with those at all. They're also good releases. Like I said, it's all about what you're confident in. If you feel that your system, you're going to take it out there and you're going to put fish in the boat, man, you're way ahead of the game. Way ahead of the game. If you go out there and you're second guessing everything you do, what swivels I'm using, what divers, are my downriggers right? Am I using, guys? Those are things. Honestly, I don't want to sound pompous or anything here, but those are the things that you should have confidence in already. Those are the things that every time you go out there, this is going to work for me. So if something's not working, it's something else is going on. Yeah, little lag and separation between the voice and the picture. Sorry, guys, not much I can do about that. We're doing the best I can here. Running a whole new system. Like I said, I'm live streaming through my main camera and then in through the computer. So I imagine maybe a little bit of lag. Prediction on the price of marina fuel, anyone? Yeah, expensive. That's my prediction. Hopefully not crazy like it has been. Let's hope. Have I gone out fishing yet this year, Ethan? No, I have not. Nope, not on a boat anyway. Have not. I wish. Hey, my mom says my Aunt Jane is watching and getting into chat. Hey, Aunt Jane, how nice to see you, and I hope Uncle Don's doing well also. Nice to see you here. Opinions on Amish Outfitters line release. Earl, I've never used them. I don't know, buddy. If I knew, I would gladly tell you, but I can't give you an opinion on something I've never used. Andy Glass is saying $1.99 for marina fuel, $2.49 for diesel. Andy, do you know if that's wreck fuel or just straight up fuel? Kendall Parsons doing some fishing out of Onekama next week and beach trolling. Any suggestions? Yeah, like we talked about already, just get on the sand dunes, maybe a little bit deeper. Body baits, spoons, zig and zag out of those areas. Look for the warmer spots of water. Yeah, nice prices, no doubt, Tim. All right, 103 people here. We've had a few people super chat. For all of you that did that, thank you so much. I absolutely do appreciate it. It does help the channel. I think on Patreon, we're up to like 54 people supporting us on Patreon. So we're well over halfway there to giving away that free charter. If you guys don't know anything about that, you can watch my Do You Want to Win a Free Charter video. I don't want to sit here and, like I said, talk about Patreon and Super Chat and all that. We don't need to do that. If you got any questions, though, I'm happy to answer it. All right. Do you think UV lures colors make a difference? I do. Yeah, absolutely, John. I do. There's days that UV or the RV. Moonshine calls it RV, but everybody else calls it UV. But yeah, there's days out there when the RV or the UV are just taking the fish and nothing else is. So yeah, I do. Tim M, thank you, buddy. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. That is really cool. You're in the drawing for the Costa glasses. I do appreciate that. Channel hog roasting. Okay, cool, man. Sounds like Joe is doing some. He wants to do some hog roasting. I'd love that. Heck yeah. Any coho fly recipes? Most of the recipes on Purple Taco. I think we have about 30 recipes up there that we've come up with over the years. All of those can be trimmed down to peanut fly, coho fly recipes. They're all really good. I just tied some up actually for a guy. I need to send these out, but I just got done. This is just UV pink. It's not going to focus on that, but UV pink and white glow, that can be fantastic as well. Then I just got some other ones here, but high flash, high colors, coho really seem to snap that up. John, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Jeff, I would love to drive down. I'd go fishing with you in a heartbeat, buddy. That sounds good to me. All right. We are 35 minutes in this thing. We got 103 people, 40 thumbs up. Thanks again for the thumbs up. That's a great thing to help the channel, just those thumbs up. What's my best salmon? Anyone that goes in the boat, buddy. That's my best salmon. If you're talking size-wise, I personally have never caught over a 30-pounder. I've caught several at 29 and change. But last year on quite a few of the charter trips that I was mating on, we had several 30-pounders come into the boat for clients. And it was, thanks, guys, for the thumbs up. But we had several 30-pounders, 31s, 32s come into the boat for the clients, and they were just absolutely tickled pink with those nice fish. Yeah, yeah, Joe. I'm still using the exact same way to tie. I assume you're talking about the peanut fly video. Yeah, where I loop it through the loop on the hook. Yeah, that's the way I do it. Good luck fishing this year with your new charter business, Steve. Man, I appreciate that, buddy. I'll take all the luck I can get. Been booking some trips. It's been surprisingly slow, but I also know that with the thanks, guys, for all the thumbs up. Man, I appreciate that. I know with the lockdown, maybe a lot of people out there are holding off booking charters. At least that's what I'm telling myself, because my books are still pretty open. I still got a lot of spots. I got 3 weeks off in August that I took off just to book trips, and I have nobody in those spots yet. So if anybody's looking for a charter, don't forget darkbluecharters.com, DARKbluecharters.com. If you're looking for a trip, I got plenty of prime time open to get anybody out there. My buddy Diho thinks he's a better fisherman. Can you say that he catches dinks? Because he does. Oh man, I can't do that. You just tell him I said that. That's fine. That's funny. All right. Excuse me. Can you be in the same boat with someone that's not and stay 6 feet away from each other? That's a really good question, John. And I don't have an answer for you. I've talked to several different people, and nobody has a definitive answer on that. My suggestion would be call the DNR in your area and ask them. They're going to be able to help you out better than I can. How do you get the fish close enough to net with an 18-foot lead on a dipsy? You got to hand line it. Yep. So what we'll do is we'll have the client with the rod. They'll bring the fish up to the dipsy. Either I or the captain will grab that dipsy, start hand lining, and then one of us will net. So you got to hand line it in. Don't take the fun out of it. Many captains on the O are open also. Yeah, Earl. I think it's just we're in a lull right now because of all the stay home, stay safe shelter laws that are going on. I think a lot of books are wide open right now. At least that's helping me sleep a little bit better at night. Anyway, we run 30-foot dipsy leads. Yeah, if it works for you, Andy, absolutely. 30-foot can be. Yeah, if you want to hand line all that way in, sure, no worries. They said, Joe says, okay, cool. Yeah, handline. All right, guys, we're getting up to 40 minutes here. I'm surprised because, like I said, I'm streaming through my Canon M50 into my computer, and I've been watching my camera battery the whole time, and it hasn't budged. So this is all new. This whole new the setup that I'm running right now, the Canon into the computer. This is the first time that I've tried this. I hope it's working. It seems like it's working well. It seems like I have a much better picture. And it seems like the sound quality is much better. As long as the batteries hold up, we're good to go. Do you use a prop saver to help keep the line out of the prop when you're hand lining in? No, Matt, we don't. No. If you hand line that thing into the prop, you did something wrong. It just takes time and patience, man. I don't mean to sound like a jerk. I apologize. It just takes time, patience, and practice. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Anything, like with anything salmon fishing, trout fishing wise, the more you do it, the more you're going to be able to get out there and successfully and confidently do it. Just go do it. That's really how I started learning. I just did it, and the more I did it, the more I loved it, and hopefully I got even a little bit better at it. Putting together some peanut flies instead of tying around the shank. I've been sliding tubing over the shank. Seems to work good. Cool, Mark. Mark Pearson. If it works, dude, that's great. I am not the end-all be-all when it comes to fly tying. There's many different ways to do these things. If you come up with something that works for you, hey, that's cool. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. 40 minutes in. Oh, somebody retracted the message. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it, man. I'm going to do my best here. Like I said, this is going to be every Sunday night at 7 o'clock. We're going to do these. I know some nights someone is asking for your website for a charter. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Sean. Dark Blue Charters, DARKBLUE charters.com. Darkbluecharters.com. If you go on there, all the information is there. My phone number is on there. You're welcome to call me or text me, email me, whatever you want. And I'm happy to get you hooked up. Thanks, man. I enjoyed your video walking to the woods the other day. Larry, thanks, man. I got some nice feedback on that. That was a lot of new equipment that I've gotten over the last couple of weeks for the boat. You know, new GoPros, new gimbal stabilizers, new editing software for the computer. All this new stuff is going on the boat this year. Downriggers go off. We're going to have chest-mounted GoPros for the clients or for us when we're out fishing. Hopefully get you some really nice footage. But also the live videos. I know the live videos. Some Sundays I'm going to be fishing Sunday evening. So I know some of these live videos, we're going to do it right on the boat. Like if we're out charter fishing, it's going to come right from the boat. And hopefully we'll have some nice action out there while we're doing it. Excuse me. All right, Andy. All right, man. Good. See you next Sunday as well. You're welcome, Matt Tim. I'm sorry. Thank you. Keep the fishing reports coming. Will do. All right, guys. We're 41 minutes in. Let's wrap it up right here. Again, anybody that commented on there, I'm going to pick somebody out for the 4 new flashers. I'll mail those out to you. The 3 people that won the spoons last week, I haven't got those yet from Bob because we've been staying apart from one another. As soon as I am able to get those things from Bob, I will put those in the mail to you. And flashers, there you go, Kendall. Yeah, so everything's coming. Everything's coming. No worries. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Be safe. Have a great week. Take care of your family, your loved ones. Be safe, and we will see everybody next Sunday, 7 o'clock. All right, see y'all.